Hello and welcome to Nonic Nonsense, a show where we are 25 episodes in and have reached the season finale. I am Kat Gold.
And here is her wonderful co-host, Michael Matadomini, dressed up as Sean Davis from the Carbonell Awards. I have no shirt on. That's the joke. Under this suit, there's no shirt, just bare chest. You're welcome, YouTube viewers.
Michael.
So, Kat, reflect. Once you compose yourself, then we can let's reflect on, because we're now at the season finale of Non-Egg Nonsense season 1. Let's talk about our journey real quick before we get into these worst, best quotations, whatever awards.
To think that from our Sluts group chat going every single day, that we would be this is like month 6 basically of this podcast existing, and so many people have responded positively to it blows my mind. The fact that we got some of the people that we got to come onto this show really just showcases how fucked up everyone in the theater community is to say yes to us.
Yes, absolutely. Like, the fact that people have been like, I want to come on your podcast is mind-boggling to me. I'm like, do you want to ruin your career? Do you want to throw yourself under the bus constantly? Sure, if you're down for it, why not? But listen, people, season 2, don't have an exact start date for it. We will announce it, but it will be this year, and we already have people lined up for y'all. Come in and enjoy. So thank you for viewing season 1. Thank you for sticking with us. I've had a blast. Like you said, from that Sluts group chat, you messaged you like, hey, you want to do a podcast? And I was like, yeah. And like, as a joke, I didn't think it would actually like build to the point of like, here we are, 25 episodes and 6 months later, and many countless stories of embarrassing ourselves and each other's and other people's story. Like, it's just mind-boggling to me. So grateful, blessed, and fucked up.
If only we can make money off of it.
Yep. Let's get that started. Season 2 goal, sponsorship.
Sponsor?
You hear us, Vocal Mist? You hear us, Seat Geek? I will happily throw a Seat Geek ad in this shit. I don't care. If you're listening.
Oh my god. It's just wild. I think when we got started on this, we didn't have any idea, like, number one, how time consuming it would be, but like where it would end up going. I don't think we ever thought that we would do over hour-long episodes and stuff. This didn't really occur to us. Also, actually doing like a pretty much regular weekly schedule did not occur to us.
No, like the fact that we were like, yeah, it's gonna be on Mondays. Fuck, every Monday. Listen, you didn't get sick of me. I didn't get sick of you. Hopefully. But
it seems like we're still gonna get married, so that
it is. That's an award in itself. Give it to the marriage award to Kat Gold and I.
The worst union.
The worst
union. Michael
the most cursed union. Yes. All right. So I think we should get started with the one-off awards. Kat, would you like to present the Kat Gold Award?
Oh, yes, I would. So let me just give a little recap about the Non-Ec Awards, or the Nonnies. Instead of the Tonys, we have the Nonnies.
The Nonnies.
We decided we wanted something in between the Tonys and the Razzies, to really sum up how chaotic this show is. And we did a poll on our Instagram, so people were able to vote for this season's like worst so-and-so, worst yada yada awards. But there were a couple standalone awards that we wanted to give to certain individuals who really made their mark. The Kat Gold Award, as we all know, the lovely story of me yeeting myself down a staircase in Greece, not on purpose. So we wanted to give an award to someone who had a fall just as bad as mine, whether it was physically or emotionally. Now, we've talked about like many falls throughout this season because we've all busted our asses on stage. But there was one, in our opinion, that takes the cake, because what's more embarrassing than falling down center stage in the middle of the LPAC? Falling down center stage in the hottest show in New York. So the Cat Gold Award goes to Garrett Palladian for eating shit center stage during Titanic.
Wow, I'm so honored to receive this award. I'll put it next to any other award I get in my life. I'm so happy that everybody could enjoy that bit of stage trauma. And, you know, shout out to everybody in my life who has contributed to the trauma in my life and has made me the funny piece of shit that I am today. So, thank you so much.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Congratulations. Sorry I wasn't there, Garrett. Maybe we can get you on and I can, you know, be a nuisance to you and annoy you in the next podcast that we do have. Okay, so let's move on to the next one-off award. It's named after the man himself, who has been our number one fan throughout, that would not make an appearance this season on the podcast. So, receiving the Michael Ursua Award goes to the man himself, Alex George. Just kidding. Michael Ursua. All right, let's give him a round of applause, everyone. Round of applause, Michael Ursua. Season 2 is coming around the corner. I'll see you on Wednesday for those Chorus Line callbacks. You're going to get bugged, buddy. I'm going to make sure that you know that you're coming on again.
And to really hammer home the fact that Michael Ursua is the biggest fan but refuses to come on, we asked Michael Ursua to film an acceptance speech for this, and he left Michael on red.
It's all love, but damn it, we really wanted that video. But anyways, thank you, Michael, for being a constant supporter of the podcast. And congratulations to ACM and their new season, which they're doing 9 to 5 Legally Blonde in South Pacific. Congratulations to you guys. Super excited for that company and for everyone involved.
Woo-hoo.
All right. So I'm going to take the next one here because I was involved in 2 out of the 3 stories that were going on here. So next up is our award for the worst costume malfunction. Now, our nominees are Amanda Lopez's right titty falling out, Michael Harper's dick falling through his pants that ripped and hitting someone under the chin, and Alex Dow seeing my cash-in prizes.
Well, you saw her cash-in prizes.
Yes, it was a mutual cash-in prize situation. Yes. So, drum roll, please. And the winner for worst costume malfunction goes to Amanda Lopez and her right titty.
Hello, Nonic Nonsense podcast listeners, viewers, watchies, all of the above. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who voted for me for the worst costume malfunction, I believe it is, for my infamous 42nd Street nip slip. I am very honored, very thankful, very grateful, very appreciative. You can bet it will go on my website, maybe my resume under special skills. But such a prestigious award as this, you know, it needs to be flaunted for the world to see. But I am very appreciative. Thank you to everyone who voted. Who would have known that my 42nd Street nip slip would have gotten me so far in life and would have even gotten me to win an award. I'm just very, very humbled by it. The left titty with a smile on it says thank you very much. She doesn't plan on making any more appearances next season, but she is non-ec and she is nonsense, so only time will tell. But thank you very much. Thank you to Kat and Michael for having myself and my best friend Alex Blanco on the podcast this season. It was so much fun and it was very unhinged, and so many stories came from that, even stories from many, many years ago that I hadn't remembered until now, and it was very fun to revisit them and to tell them out loud for the world to hear. But thank you guys again for having us. Season 1 was so much fun. I can't wait for Season 2. And again, thank you very much for the award. I will wear it with a badge of honor on the left non-neck titty for the rest of all eternity. I love you guys. Thank you again.
A round of applause. Here we are. To the woman who always pronounces my last name incorrectly, and just I let it continue on because I think it's a good nickname. Amanda, congratulations. I will happily accept the nickname of Mater D, as you have called me for months now. To my cha-cha, however the hell you say her last name, DiGraggio, Di Gregorio, whatever the fuck it is. Congratulations to you, Amanda. We're sending all the love to you.
And your titty.
And your titty, yes. The singular one.
Non-entity.
Yes.
The other one's in the union.
The other one's in the union.
The other one's a card-holding member.
Yeah, the other one gets 10% taken out of the paycheck. So, Kat, take it away.
Yeah. So, next up is the Where is HR Award, an award given to ridiculous behavior that should have been reported to human resources. So the nominees are Jarrell Brown with the sticky note situation during Newsies and other productions. Bruno Faria for having an unrehearsed kiss during a live performance. And Sean William Davis for the teddy bear dildo situation during Crazy for You. And the winner is Sean William Dildo. Yay!
Sean William Dildo Davis.
What's up, Michael? What's up, Kat, and all the non-nonsense people out there? I'm coming to you live from Indonesia at a resort. I've got the day off on the boat, so I'm just relaxing. I've heard that I've won an award for most cringeworthy audition story or something like that. So just want to say thank you. It's way better than being nominated for a Pasta Carbonara, I promise you. And to all 12 viewers that nominated me and voted for me, thank you. I look forward to being back on the podcast in the future. So thank you so much. Have a good day.
Dildo Davis is going to be your nickname for me for a little bit now. Congratulations, Sean Williams Davis. I know you would appreciate me pronouncing your name incorrectly like that. We miss you, buddy. Hope you're having fun on the ship, and hope you're not giving Katie too much of a hard time.
Oh my gosh.
All right, moving on. We are breezing through these. Here we go. The most ridiculous and cancelable on-stage moment. Now, this moment is near and dear to my heart because I've had multiple moments myself, and I always live for those moments where people are idiots, where people are just being obnoxious, and for people who accidentally do things that are cancelable, as to a couple of our nominees here. So, the nominees include Ryan Kraut and his Chef Louis debacle, Aaron Atkinson and the screw that came out of his chair leading to his puppet falling over on stage, and Hannah Haley and her heel breaking apart leading to her raw dogging the stage with her toes. And the winner is, drum roll please, Aaron Atkinson and Little Shop of Horrors with the puppet that flew backwards with him inside of it.
I'm so incredibly honored to be receiving the Most Ridiculous On-Stage Moment Award. I mean, if it wasn't for a weak office armchair and a man-eating plant, I don't know where I would be. Oh, by the way, Kat, Michael, what do we win? Thanks again.
Round of applause, buddy. Much appreciated to my pool cue brother. Yes, I still rewatch that video every once in a while just to get like a good giggle out of myself. The fact that there was not a screw put back into that thing and you were just like, I trust it. And I went out there and you ended up having to get picked off of the floor. Big congratulations to you for surviving that chaotic moment itself, because that was pretty ridiculous.
Next up, we have the Worst Injury Award. Now, so many people, I think at least one or two per episode, could have made it into this category, but we went with the most fucking stupid injuries, to be quite frank. So the nominees are Sarah Shock getting choked by the wire when she was a dancing napkin in Beauty and the Beast. Jonathan Isley hurting his rib while doing the faux death during Crazy For You. And Noah Stephanie for getting her hair caught on fire with the candle during 9. And the winner is Noah Stephanie and her burnt hair.
Hi, hello, and good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you for this amazing award for worst injury. I'm really happy to hear that it causes you so much happiness and joy to hear about my story about how I almost set myself on fire. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I have so many people to thank. First of all, myself for growing the hair that got burnt. Nancy Clay, love you, Nancy. This wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Michael and Kat, for having us on your delightful and chaotic episode. I love that so much.
The crispy fried hair of Noah Stephanie. Insert her talking in the Pocahontas voice, screaming while her hair is on fire. Incredible work this season from you, Noah. Absolutely incredible.
That's why she has her hair short now, just because of that incident.
Just that incident. And honestly, I would do the same thing if I could grow hair. Now, before we move into the big hitters of the Non-Egg Nonsense Award, I think we should take a brief intermission and talk about, what, we would like to see coming up, what we would like to, showcase, all that kind of stuff. Kat, can you talk about anything next season?
So next season, we are definitely having more people on. We are going to continue pulling people from the South Florida theater scene. We will also be adding, we started to sprinkle it in this season, but more people from like the New York scene and other scenes. We want to support all of our non-union friends and a few of our union idiots as well that come along with our nonsense. But so we're going to continue expanding the guest list for this show. And quite frankly, I want more footage of these incidents happening. So if y'all could just record everything terrible happening to you backstage, that would really fill me with unbridled joy.
Yeah, so what Kat is basically saying is, if you see someone fall on stage, go off stage, grab your cell phone, bring it on stage during an actual show, and take video footage. Don't do that. But yes, I completely agree. We'd love to get this more in a video format because we started off this season just being audio only and then moved over to the video. So we're definitely going to stick with that. We're also getting new logos, so we can go ahead and show off all that new kind of stuff. We're very excited for that. We have a lovely person doing it. So coming back with new branding, making it more acceptable to the eye than it was before. And also, I'm interested in doing some merch, Kat. I think that we should bring that up here so we could cement this here. I have, a way of doing some merch. I have someone who I think would be interested in doing merch. So look out for Non-Ec Nonsense merch coming your way.
Oh my God, that would be so exciting to me and maybe 3 other people, but that's very exciting.
I know Sarah Shock's gonna buy something. So get that situated right there. All right. So back from intermission, I'm going to go ahead and take the next award here. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the worst audition story. So the nominees are Sean Davis auditioning for Audrey 2, Jeffrey Mergel's lovely dance call up in New York, and Kat Pagano pronouncing her name Pat Pagumbo in front of a cruise line audition.
This was a very close category. This was very, very close.
Yes. And the winner of this worst audition story award goes to Pat Pagumbo.
Thanks so much, Nonic Nonsense Podcast. I'm so honored to be a winner, and I'm glad that my terrible audition story can bring people some, good feelings about theirs. Till next year.
Congratulations, Pat. We're so proud of you. We're very happy to present this award to you. Well deserved, because if I accidentally pronounced my name wrong, like half of the South Florida theater community does, I probably would have jumped off that cruise line itself.
I mean, seriously, I couldn't even imagine. Well, I can, because I tried to use my real name for a minute and everyone fucked it up, which is why I go by a name that's now 7 letters total, because it keeps getting screwed up.
Nice and easy. Thanks, Dad, for giving me a really fucked up long last name. I appreciate it, buddy.
The next category is worst incident on contract. Worst moment on contract. These were stories that really blew my mind hearing them, but I expect nothing less from non-union theater. So the nominees are Michelle Petrucci and the cast member being left behind at Wendy's, Tommy Paduano, and losing his hair because of the stress and the load-in, load-out of the Christmas Carol tour, and Andre Russell for having to participate in the Hunger Games and fighting over who can deposit their paychecks first before the checks bounced. And the winner is Michelle Petrucci and the Wendy's incident.
All right, thank y'all so much for this award from way back in my non-union days, from probably before many of y'all were even born. The most ridiculous non-union, nonsense story. So I'm just leaving Wendy's, a place that I've probably never been to since then. And I'm just gonna make sure we got everybody in the car that we need before we go. Obviously, I have my dog, and I've got this pile of pillows and blankets that's definitely not supposed to be a human being. So let's go.
Shelly, I wish we could give you a year-long supply of Wendy's, but we're two broke actors that definitely cannot do so. So enjoy this imaginary award that we are presenting to you that can be put on a resume.
We've decided it. It's allowed. Yep. What are they going to do?
Done deal.
Fight us? It's more legitimate than the Broadway World Awards, or just as.
Sue us.
Wait, don't. Sue us? Go ahead. Sue us. We haven't gotten sued yet. It's a miracle.
Moving on to the second to last award, the most chaotic episode. The nominees are Noah and Ryan Crowd, Bruno Faria, and Alex Blanco and Amanda Lopez. And your winner is Noah Stephanie and Ryan Crowd for most chaotic episode.
We would like to thank so many people for
Everyone.
our award here for our Nonsense podcast for most chaotic episode.
Thank you.
So thank you to the Academy. Thank you to all of our voters. Thank you to Michael and Kat for having us on the podcast. Thank you so much.
Not once, but twice.
We couldn't have done, yes, because our first episode was even more chaotic.
Chaotic!
And so we'd like to thank you all for doing that. They're playing us off. Thank you,
and thank everyone, and
we had a list of so many other more people to thank so much, but you know what? We just want to thank you so much for voting for us.
Without you, we wouldn't be here.
Truly.
Thank you so much. No, actually, you're welcome for such a great episode.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. All right.
Goodbye.
So.
Woohoo!
So chaotic, in fact, that we had to film with them twice because it was too chaotic the first time and the footage was absolute dookie. So the point that we had to go ahead, get them on Zoom, and then talk about things for another whole hour with them. So thank you guys for going ahead and filming 2 hours with us. And we are deeply sorry for all of that lost footage. Maybe it will be released, maybe not. It's a little too fun.
Maybe maybe if we did like a Patreon or something, people can have access to that episode.
Right. And maybe I'll put pictures of my ass, like an OnlyFans type. Like, just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Even though some of the South Florida theater community would absolutely love to see that.
Honey, they want the front half, not the back.
And Kat, I would like you to present the last Nani's award.
So our last category is worst guest. Now, I feel like there was some confusion on the Instagram. Everyone thought we were really meaning who was the worst guest that we had on. It wasn't any one of them. It was the two of us. We were definitely the worst guest on this entire podcast. But sort of like the Razzies, it was the king or queen of the chaos is who we thought was worst guest, who had great viewership, great feedback, and really fucked up stories. So the nominees are Sarah Schock, Jonathan Van Dyke, and Aaron Atkinson, Christy Rose Mills, and Madeline Dunn. And the winner of the worst guest Nani is Sarah Schock.
Oh, hey, kitties. It's your Auntie Sarah here. And I want to thank you all for voting me as the worst guest. Of all the times I've heard she's the worst, this has got to be the best. So I want to thank you all. I look forward to spending more time with Kat and Michael next season. And don't forget, it doesn't get better, kids.
Sarah Schock! Welcome. We know you're listening. We love you. I'm glad to be a part of the family. But Kat, give some words for Auntie Sarah there.
Sarah, you are my ride or die. We are both two troublemakers in the theater scene that just have really connected on a deep emotional fucked up level. My only regret about your episode is that we did not have video at that time, because the amount of air that I had to edit out because we laughed so hard during the recording that we were soundless and you just saw us shaking and rattling in the camera. I wish that we had footage, but we're going to bring you back because the theater community cannot get enough of Auntie Sarah and her stories of chaos. So
absolutely. We got lovely feedback. Yes, congratulations. We got lovely feedback on that episode. It was one of my favorites throughout the entire season.
Same.
None of these awards were rigged, by the way. So if anyone's out there like, nah, bullshit. No, they're not rigged. People voted on this shit, and this is the outcome of all these awards. But Sarah's podcast was one of my absolute favorites. The chemistry was through the roof, and we're so excited to have you on for next season. That's cemented. I think that the award for worst guest should always reappear in the next season after.
I think so too. I think that's brilliant.
100%. So we're excited to have you back, Auntie Sarah. And thank you, everyone, for coming on these awards, for taking time out of your days. It could have been, just an hour or multiple hours, people inviting us over to their homes. Just thank you for giving Kat and I a platform to go ahead and have you on our show. I had so much fun this season, from, the beginnings of finding out how we got into theater until now, 25 episodes later, in stupid fucking outfits giving out awards. I never thought it was gonna get
your
this
outfit
big.
might be dumb. I'm serving cunt over here.
Listen, I had to give props to my buddy Sean William Davis. And yes, I said your name right because I'm being sentimental.
Handsome Squidward.
Thank you. Yes, thank you everyone who took time out of their day to listen, to film with us. Just everyone that has listened to or been involved with Non-Ec Nonsense, Kat Gold and I, thank you very much.
Oh. Oh my goodness. It's the end of the season. How are we going to manage not recording every single week?
We're just going to go into like recording withdrawal and like curl up into the fetal position and sport beards and cry until we have to come back for season 2 later this year.
I'm excited because I feel like we'll be able to really rekindle our marriage. Now that we're not performing for other people, we could just call each other for shits and giggles. Even though we still do, but
we still
more
do.
often.
More often, yes. We have to go elope, people. We have to go on our honeymoon. This is the Nonic Nonsense honeymoon, so we need to go get that taken care of.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kat, do you have any closing remarks on season 1?
I guess the only thing I want to say is thank you so much for sticking around, and thank you for dealing with all of my cursed images that I've made throughout the entire season. You're welcome, all the guests. If you haven't been following the Instagram, what the fuck are you doing? Because not only am I editing the podcast like a crazy person, I'm also editing all the Instagram shit like a crazy person. So you're welcome for that, and I'm so glad to not be doing multiple posts a week.
Yes. She can give her thumbs a break.
So tired.
Also, for those people that would like to, submit their requests to make an appearance on Nonic Nonsense, reach out to the Instagram, comment on YouTube if you think you're worthy enough to join the two of us idiots on this podcast. Send us a message because we would love to schedule you in, love to interview you, all that kind of jazz. It does need to be theater oriented. So if you work at 7-Eleven and you're like, hey, I want to be on your podcast, you're going to get denied, buddy. But
and it's not just performers. It's not just, directors. We are open to anyone like in the performing arts, basically. Anyone that works in the theater realm, we are open to having. We have so many people that we want on the show, and we've had a lot of people come on, but like we are also just two idiots running this thing. So sometimes sending us a message and then we read it and go like, oh shit, we forgot to reach out to this person. That is very helpful for us.
Our brains are going a million miles an hour.
It's just mush. It's just goo up there. We're too pretty to have functioning brains.
It's gross. But let's give it a little taste as to what's going on for season 2. So our first guest is Danny D'Estasio for season 2. Super, super excited for everyone to see Danny's episode. It's a lovely episode. We relate theater and stage combat into pro wrestling. It is a wonderful conversation that I am excited to share with you guys, that we are excited to share with you guys once we come back in the fall.
Yeah. And probably at this point, we will potentially sucker Michael Ursua into coming on the podcast. See, Michael, we made it an entire 25 episodes and no one has been canceled yet for what they've said. We're not going to let you say anything too crazy. I have the editing buttons.
The editing has been done for every single episode of this season.
Let me just say something about that. We do edit every single episode. Number one, they go very long. We've had episodes go almost 2 hours before, and that is just not a reasonable length of a podcast. But also, y'all are feral and you say some real wild things, and because we also want you to be employed, we want to be employed. We will edit the worst things. So we'll edit out names, companies. People with knowledge can infer as to what they are, but that's not our job to really.
That is something we will take care of. And also, Michael, come and shout out the LPAC, sir, because you got lovely stuff going on there, and I want everyone to go ahead and support it. So come on this podcast, shout out your season 3, and then let's get that Lauderhill balcony opened up. Let's do the balcony early.
Oh my God.
All right, so Kat, thank you for dealing with my bullshit constantly. And dealing with rescheduling for my busy season last year. So much love to my future wife.
Thank you, my dear husband, for also dealing with me and my 3-hour time difference for a large chunk of this show. Thank you for dealing with my also busy schedule. Thank God you haven't killed me yet.
Right back at you. And I think on that note, this is the last. For now, stay happy, stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
No COVID. All right. See everyone in the fall. Thank you for tuning into season 1. Back at you soon with season 2. Bye.
Bye.